Hi, this is Katie. I'm going to show you how to make a Collagraph print today. We're going to use acrylic paint and a paintbrush to do this. It's a relief print, sort of like block prints or monotypes. I've got some examples also that I already posted about those. The idea is the same. You're going to make something, in this case a collage, because a collagraph is a collage print. You're going to make something out of different types of things that you find at your house. I'll show you some ideas. And then you're going to apply paint to that and then print it on a piece of paper. The result of that is the collagraph print. So you can use all kinds of different cool stuff. And then I'll show you some different kinds of color mixing and fun stuff that you can do with that. So we're just going to use regular printer paper for this too, and just whatever acrylic paint that you have on hand. So let me show you how to do it. Since a collagraph is a collage print, I'm going to take some collage materials and attach them to this cardboard backing. So I've got some leaves here and some pieces of cardboard, some string. I've got some little pieces of construction paper and some other things, and I'm going to attach them with glue to this piece of cardboard. So I'm using tacky glue today. You can use whatever glue you have. Elmer's glue is great. Tacky glue is a little bit thick, so sometimes you have to water it down. I just have a paintbrush and a yogurt container to clean my brush with. And I'm going to paint the glue onto the objects. Oh good, I've got a base coat of glue. Then I'm going to start attaching different leaves and different things onto my piece of, this is cereal box cardboard. So let's try the texture from the inside of corrugated cardboard. It's going to be kind of bumpy. Be some string. I might need some more glue to glue that down, but let's just try to move this glue around. Hopefully it'll work. And I'm going to keep gluing different things on here. I think I do need a little bit more glue. If it was Elmer's glue and if this didn't have dried glue stuck in it, that would be better. But, you know, we use what we can. We use what we have. Let's try this. I don't want the glue to be to have a raised texture when later on I print it. I don't want to see the brush strokes from my brush, so I'm trying to flatten it out really good. The idea here is that this glue is actually, when it dries, it's a plastic layer, so it makes like a coating over the top of all this stuff. So I put a lot of glue on here, and I'm going to put it outside to dry. I also made a couple of other ones so I can try different things out. This is one that has more leaves. This is one that just has paper collage on it. So we're going to try printing all of these things later. I'm going to leave them outside in the sun. If there's no sun today, you could put it in on a counter or something like that. Just somewhere to dry for a few hours, because you want this glue to be totally dry before the next step. Okay, awesome possums, let's try this out. We're gonna do some printing using acrylic paint, and I've got my pie pan palette here, and I've just put a couple different colors, and I'm gonna make some tints and shades. Tints are when you add white to colors, and shades are when you add black, so we'll try that. I have this plate. I'm gonna call it a plate even though it's not a plate. That's just the printmaking word for like your block or whatever the thing is that you're gonna print. So I've got this one, and I'm gonna try that out. It's pretty bumpy, so when it prints it's gonna be kind of funny looking. I'll show you some examples really soon, but I want to show you printing this from the beginning so you know what to expect out of all of these amazing textures in your collagraph or your collage print. I also found, after I was working on the last part, making these different things to print, I found some bubble wrap. So I glued some of my bubble wrap on one of my plates just to test that out. And I think I'm going to add some blue and add some black to it to make a shade. So if you add black to a color, it makes it darker, sometimes more dull, and it makes something called a shade. But I know if I add blue and black together, I really like that color. Kind of reminds me of night sky. My brush is a little bit wet, so my paint is a little bit watery. That's okay, it doesn't need to be one way or another right now. We do want to make sure that the paint does not dry out, because I have this nice layer of glue. That's gonna kind of activate a little bit with the with this new paint and water. So I'm gonna work fast because I don't want that to dry out. And I'm also not worried about the cracks because this is what's called a relief print, or I'm printing the bumpy part of this block. I'm just interested in the parts that have the most surface area sticking up printing. So I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. I also have this piece of paper to put my block onto before I print it. I'm just using regular printer paper for this one, and I'm going to put that over the surface and press down a little bit, and then I'm going to take it off really fast. The paint stuck to the paper, so let's try to print this again. I might press a little bit harder this next time. Because the highest part is the yarn, not that much of it printed. Looks really cool. But if you wanted more of this stuff to print, you might use less bumpy stuff than yarn. And you know, if you just use leaves or something super flat, you'll just see that. But I'll post a video about printing natural stuff like leaves soon. Okay, here we go. Let's try this out. I put more paint on there. All right, I did not line that up very well at all. And my glue is activating with the water, but look at that, that looks amazing. Some of it peeled off a little bit. So I think I'm going to add more paint next time I try to print it. Okay, let's try this one again. Now I'm going to add a little bit of white to this, and it's going to be a little bit of a gray because I had black in my previous color. That's some of that white and black mixed together. Gray stuff is going to show up. So that's going to look really cool. All right. Let's push that down, and then also I'm going to try to pick it up as soon as I can. Ooh la la, that is cool. That's beautiful. It kind of reminds me of like a map or something, all that beautiful texture. I had a little bit more paint this time on here, so I was able to see more of the different things. And you see all this, a lot of this stuff that's further down than the yarn is not as visible, but you can see the outline of this leaf. It's a ginkgo leaf. You can see it does print backwards like any other kind of block print type of thing. It prints backwards. So you can see what's over here, and those lines in that paper are all visible. Very cool. This is the bubble wrap that I was trying out, and all this texture, that might show up. It might not. We're going to try it out. So this time I think I'm going to use black, just a bunch of black, and see what that looks like when I do this. These bubbles in the bubble wrap are going to look amazing. All right, let's try this out. Turn that over. And I'm going to take this printer paper and press it on there and peel it off as fast as I can. Oops. Ooh, it's so cool. That's so pretty. The places where I applied that glue, the brush strokes from that show up. All these different pieces of paper that I collaged underneath this, those show up here as edges. Torn edges, beautiful lines. And those polka dots are from the bubble wrap. This time I'm going to add some red to my black and make a shade of red, which is just going to be very dark red. This is like everything else, just experiment. It's super fun. Okay, I'm going to work fast. Peeling off that top paper as fast as I can, and that looks amazing. The edge of that leaf shows up really well. Those little lines in the cardboard, beautiful. And those knots, that yarn, you can see that all this beautiful ginkgo leaf stuff shows up. Let me show you a couple more examples that I made so I can show you things that are possible. This is the bubble wrap, just using a purple or a violet, which is a secondary color, and I added white, so it's a tint. Here I used that same type of color combination with this block. And you can see I put a lot more paint on it that time, so it really absorbed into those knots. I tried that out on watercolor paper, just inexpensive watercolor paper also, and that's what it ended up looking like. It doesn't touch as much to the surface of the plate or the collage. It just looks a little bit different. It's worth experimenting if you have different kinds of paper. So I welcome you to use whatever you have around to make yourself a collage. Seal it with some glue and print away. Super exciting. You can get some amazing textures, so have fun.